It's Friday, it is time for the MCN, a collection of Marvel Contest of Champions news-based community information, stories and other things associated with the game. And breathe. Kabam released a deep dive into AI in the game. I'm not going to go fully into it in the MCN today, there's going to be a separate video devoted to it. In a nutshell, Kabam explained how the AI do be like the AI and functions in the way that it functions, and the fact that they don't really have any kind of control on it is kind of like a naughty school kid that plays up while the parent is out at work and then wondering why their kid's being a little beep at school. That's kind of it. More on that explained in the video that's coming out later on today, but it was an interesting read and there's a bit more, and Kabam also teased what they're going to do with the AI come the 2.0, coming a lot longer in the future than you might think. This video is brought to you by Marvel Strike Force, a Marvel game you can play in the palm of your hand. That's right, play Marvel Strike Force whilst on a walk, relaxing on the sofa, or out in public. So click the link in the description or scan the QR code to enjoy the flexibility players enjoy by playing a free Marvel mobile squad-based RPG on your terms. Just imagine getting to play all your favourite Marvel heroes and villains in various team-up combinations. Well, you can do just that in this game. I'm a massive fan of any X-Men character and enjoyed playing mutants such as Wolverine and Deadpool, who's in action right now doing some slashing. There's always lots going on in game, and April sees the highly anticipated Vigilante team featuring new versions of Daredevil accompanied by Punisher, Hitmonkey, Silver Sable and Elektra. And finally, Marvel Strike Force looks after their players and have hooked us up with a 7-year anniversary promo code 7. Yes, 7 is the code to unlock Nightcrawler and Cyclops for free. So kick off your journey to unlocking Professor Xavier with these two powerful mutants. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen now. In other MCOC based information and news, Kabam have revealed details of what is up further in the levels. You can see here, like, holding on more glory, that's great. More ISO, more energy, so you can hold on to 73 energy, which is actually pretty good. And as we go up, there's more capacities for those tier 6 class catalysts, and of course different types of other classes. You've also got more ISO you can hold on, which is excellent. More trophy tokens, which again is important. More units, and yeah, upwards of 75 new energy. And there is another mastery point which you can have, which is, again, is another kind of nice little added gesture. More units, and of course the 7-star Ultron Classic, which I do hope gets a buff at some stage, because it's just a weird trophy champion at this stage in any case. So yep, that is the levels up to level 70. Next up, Nightmare Raids. Kabam went over some of the details. We've already covered this, I think. No, we've done it once in full, because Kabam said exactly what they're going to do here with general changes to the Global Raids charge, the Nightmare Raids changes, which we know, removal of all phase nodes, all bosses gain roughly 10%, Crush Penance timer reduced from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, added choice nodes after the first boss in each lane, so that's great, by the way. I think we're all looking forward to that. And some other things as well. Korg and Cleanse with also Apocalypse and Stun on block. And they've still got some more changes coming down the pipeline in some upcoming raid events, including another sweep of HUD clarity, as well as how we introduce a test map to ensure that you'll be able to test. So that's good, right? That is very good, and more happy things in the future. Next up, a bit of a follow-up on the secret codes, Twitch drops, and Dave answering on certain subjects of the live stream. So, shout out to Slayer of Gods, asked the question that, I've been asking as well. We've been asking this community, are there any plans to have regular MCC Twitch drops that players can earn by watching MCC streamers on Twitch and not just Kabam's live streams? Yeah, I think this would help increase the presence of MCC on Twitch as well, which would in turn help the live streams instead of drops only being a once a month ordeal. Plenty of other games have this, so I'm curious. Yeah, 100%. Definitely something to think about for the future, but nothing to share about just right now. So hopefully there could be. Just would be great. I think I said in the video that I covered this on, Like, wouldn't it be good if there were more like streams that were available for I don't know, like new starters to the game, like a new starter pack, a new starter drop, like come new to the game, like and play. At times I'd live stream for an hour, 2 hours if people could grab their drops. Doesn't matter if I was kind of like covering a topic, we could record a topic, because my time is very difficult now to kind of like balance between live streaming, making videos, a business that we're running. There's my day job, which is a very important and demanding job. So it's always about trying to find a good balance for stuff. But I definitely find some time to live stream, even record the MCN, and allow people to, like, I don't know, watching me do this in a, like, when I kind of cut it all up, the editing process and stuff like that. But I'd live stream just for people to get their drops, like their Twitch drops and stuff like that. That would be cool to help people out. And yeah, if you don't like the live streams, I do a write-up. I do a video write-up. I do a video like showcase up, which I condense into 20 minutes. Then I do a 60-second, well, 1 minute, nearly 3-minute version, but that's because there was a lot of stuff to cover. So I think a lot of people are very starved for. You've got plenty of opportunities of how you take that info in, whether you go to the forums, write up and stuff. So there's lots of opportunity to avoid the live stream, get something back from it, and also not watch it in your time frame. But if you wanted to watch it in your time frame, then yes, maybe Kabam's got to switch it up, quite possibly. There are a few kind of like responses from Dave, like I'd stay tuned into these live streams if the nonsensical banter was completely cut out and just given info about what's coming up. That's very robotic. I don't know if people like robotic developers, but hi, we are Kabam. This is what's happening next month. These are your rewards. Next thing. This is the thing that's coming to the game. This is champion. You like champion. Go play. I don't know. Maybe that's nowadays. Like there's people out there that like that kind of robotic, kind of no personality to stuff. But then internet's full of moaners nowadays, so it is what it is. What else? No more codes for everyone. Only another unfair and demanding contest. Well, yeah, Twitch drops, but it would be nice. But we said it would be nice to see promo codes, but also it would be nice for other people to kind of have access. Hard to watch stream when it starts at midnight. We're still working on some things to try and include more people in our streams. Stay tuned. Yeah, guess it would be nice. At the end of the day, I don't know whether or not it's a better idea going forward for anybody that anybody that comes there. At the end of the day, I don't know if it's better if, like, as a community manager, you just get feedback on ideas before actually putting them out there, and the feedback being that from the player base. I think that there's something to be said about getting feedback, but getting in something like using the forums or using Discord and using that kind of feedback loop first. But that's difficult with games. Some games developers don't like doing it that way. You know, get not player focused groups, but kind of like throwing it out there, just going, hey, community, thinking of doing this. What are your thoughts with it? And then you get your feedback. Then just go, oh, that was a good idea, but yeah, if we put it out, people would be pissed. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I could bring up a good example from like something I'm working on, but I can't because of reasons. But because I basically did that and kind of like got people to give feedback on something that they might want to see, and then I did it. I did fan service, I did player service, it's not player service, but I did fan service. And again, I think that's something that's kind of like worth applying here, but I don't know whether or not it's something that, say, Kabam want their community managers to get that type of feedback, and just in any case just go, look, we want to do it the way we want to do it. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on something, but it just feels like just maybe ask the question to the community and you'll know whether or not you're going to do a bad job or a good job. Quick update onto the black screen issue. The update, obviously, the issue being that it just like instantly goes black screen on SP3. So the team is working on issue testing on a number of devices. Just want to confirm a few details, and I know it's been reported the issue seems to be 100% occurrence rate once it starts. Is that correct? And also some more things as well. So Kabam are actively looking at this. This may be something that covers a good chunk of devices, or not a huge amount of devices, but at least give your feedback to Kabam. Link is in the description. Hopefully it can get fixed at some stage. Next up, on a wash of new content went out on Wednesday. So much stuff that I'm trying to cover as quickly as possible, as much as possible, but it's always very difficult when so much goes live at one given time. There's been some changes and some improvements. First of all, Proud Degen, when the attacker lands the final hit of the heavy attack, they gain 25% prowess buff for 15 seconds. Special attacks have a 30% chance per prowess effect to inflict degeneration. So that's kind of like the one that's been altered and improved. And there's also one to Entropic Shield. Buff Cornucopia has also returned with a few tweaks, so be sure to check them out. Reminder, only hashtag Saga Champions. Of course, if you got a buff Cornucopia, but also if you just find a hack that allows you to get a buff, then of course you're going to benefit from that at the same time. But that's something to be wary of, and I've definitely got to do that, do a video on that one probably in the next 2, 3, 4 days, maybe even next week. I'm just trying to like chill and relaxing and enjoy the content and cover it at the same time, but not rush. And now we end on the lore corner and some reveals when it comes to resources, kind of. So this was the MCC lore corner. This gives you information about the history of like new characters coming in particular the idols. Some interesting, it's fun as well. Like I'm happy that Kabam are doing like fun things. Just before people go, oh, why is engineering time, resource time for stuff like this and not other stuff? It's called departments. There's different departments. You know, something where I work, I deal with something that nobody would be expected to do. The same way that I wouldn't be expected to man a camera or do some of the stuff that's done where I work. It just wouldn't. That's not how it works. Anyway, the point of all this is this image right here, which you can see. It's got some rare stuff, but there's some stuff that I'm not quite sure. Like, I thought this health potion here is attributed to like the romance ones, like the love event, like stuff. That's an incursions one. That's a rank up. That's a rank up gem. It's just like a generic one here. This is a tier 5 class. Tier 5 alpha catalyst, which is pretty rare because we haven't seen them before. I expect by the year we end up seeing them, and the opportunity for rank 5 7 stars. And this here is a tier 7, I'm pretty certain it's a tier 7 ISO 8, which you can see, yeah, it's a tier 7 ISO 8. You can see that right there. There they are. Will they be coming into the game? Possibly. I think there must be like a good scope this year for the volume that they do, but that's just, rare resources. Thought it was interesting, thought I'd share that with you, and go and check out some of the links in the description to some of the things mentioned. But tier 5 alpha this year seems highly likely. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. What are your thoughts on some of the topics? I'll see you soon in the next video, and goodbye.